Oh, hello. Hey there, everyone. Thanks for dropping in. This particular episode of the video is coming to you from Norn's round table, not the traditional square table that we read from. Just to prove to you that's me. Yeah, I just turned 180 degrees. We're over here at the round table. All right. I wanted to start these videos mostly to update on the tarot giveaway that I'm conducting and to share some viewer comments with the collective. I'm looking forward to doing that. We're going to do one from every sign. They'll be the finalists for the tarot giveaway, so to speak, okay? And I'm doing this sort of thing just to like sort of vlog a little bit about tarot in general rather than just always doing readings. And as well, I want to encourage you guys to write to me when you have stories, when the readings do resonate, right? Get the hands going in here, give you actually something to look at than just my messy table. This is where I sit to like do hobbies, fix my kids' toys and things like that, to write something meaningful, those sorts of things. Okay, so welcome to the round table. I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, come on in and relax a little while. No need to be stressed out or taking things serious right now in this moment in space and time. Okay, so do write to me and do leave me a little comment if you would like to see more of these roundtable videos as we start like discussing about tarot. But right now, what I want to do is after the July readings, I want to share the comments and pull an oracle card for each of the signs. So it's like the comment will come from the last reading for the sign, and then we'll break it down into the micro. We're going to flip an oracle card, and then we'll push it right back out into the universe so that we're kind of co-creating, okay? I said this is going to be a vlog about tarot, but these are oracle cards, so tarot doesn't count, okay? But these are the people that wrote to me. I read every comment. I want you to know that. These are the ones that resonated most with me, so I chose them to be the finalists for each sign, so to speak, all right? So let's have a look. We're going to start with the water signs. First off, in Pisces, you don't need to see that chicken scratch. I have to write a few like cue cards because I'm not like a natural like David Letterman or whatever. I just throw them at the camera. In Pisces, Jackie Wild wrote, and her comment was encouraging me and shared her story in the same comment. It was just so super thoughtful, and I want to thank Jackie Wild for doing so. Out of the sign of Pisces. So for an oracle card for out of the sign of Pisces, and particularly for Jackie, we have card number 24, stuck in the mud. Not good to see there. Whatever you're going through, Jackie, you have the optimism to share it, and I know this is going to resonate with you, and I wanted to thank you for encouraging me. At the same time, you were feeling stuck in the mud, not able to sort of move forward at present time in the current energies or the current paradigm or whatever that might mean. So again, Jackie from Pisces, please comment on this video. You are in the running to receive this Tarot of the L's giveaway. Okay, let's move on. Into Scorpio, we had Matthew who wrote, "Sing, dance, and find your happiness." And what a beautiful message that was from Matthew. And that was after the Scorpio reading. So I want to thank you, Matthew. Everybody needs to hear that repeatedly, multiple times of the day, in fact. Put it on repeat on your Walkman and put it in your ears and listen to it, because that's true. You want to sing, you want to dance, and you want to find your happiness. All right? And Matthew, whatever you might be going through over there in Scorpio, if you're feeling maybe some identity situations, or perhaps you are with a lover at present time where you may not be seeing eye to eye or communicating with them, you've drawn number 46, coming apart, right? So for you and Scorpio, what this could mean is a multitude of things. But whatever it is, just stay true to yourself, and take Matthew's advice. No matter how serious it seems, just sing, dance, be happy, right? Take those moments, because collectively we only get X amount of moments in the day. So if you spend more of those in laughter, raising your frequency, raising your vibration, eventually the negativity will stop throwing itself at your doorstep, so to speak. Okay? And then moving through the water signs in Castor, we had Jane Doe, and her comment involved she lost a pet just recently. And I took this comment to heart because I thought to myself, how many people have not experienced or may not have experienced the loss of a pet or a loved one? And it reminded me of a profound fact in that Jane reminded us, is that we are truly all on some level somewhat empathic. We have the ability to know what another person is going through, whether it be a loss, whether it be a good luck streak, or whether, you know, this, that, or the other thing. And so that's a beautiful message for all of us to hear, is that we are all empathic. And I just felt through Jane's comment that she had this awareness of that. So if you are there in Cancer and maybe you've just lost a pet, well, then this compass card is for you. We've got number 18, Magic Stream. How well does that fit in? I remember when I lost a cat and I got a letter from the vet, and the kind of the hallmark card behind the loss of my little kitty cat there was humans and their pets are reunited at a place called the Rainbow Bridge. And I just kind of like took it like kind of half in lark and kind of half in jest, like what a nice gesture, right? But then the other half of me was like, wow, I could really manifest this place into reality if I believed it to be so. And sure enough, it didn't take long until I was connecting with that little member of my family or my circle that had passed on. And the Magic Stream is kind of cool because it reminds us that everything moves on, even if we have to stop for a minute at that Rainbow Bridge. And there even is a bit of a bridge in that card. So thank you, Jane, for sharing that. And I hope that that little card was encouraging for you as you go through that. Let's get into the Earth signs now, into Taurus. And out of Taurus, my favorite comment came from, and I'm a butcher of names, and I'm very sorry if this is your name and I'm butchering it, Arzu Ergen. Arzu, I'm sorry if my dialect is not correct in that. But she was going through a bit of a tough time, I feel, with Taurus, and you guys' reading pulled up some pretty heavy cards. But she said, when people play games with me, I tend to show them the rules. And isn't that an awesome message? It's kind of like saying, like, don't mess with me. Don't F with me, because you know what? I wrote the book on this stuff, and if you want to spend all your time trying to get one up with me on playing some little mind game or some juicy little competition, I'm about to school you. And that's what Arzu said in that. So for you guys there in Taurus, you guys have pulled Dragon's Lair with that, right? So standing in your steadfastness and your firmness in that structure and security that surrounds you. This card is very much so. Some of you may be feeling a little bit hermitish. Yeah, I guess so. Or going within on that physical level where people are like, where are you? Did you disappear? Did you fall off the face of the earth? Where the heck are you, Taurus? Where'd you go? Right? And you might just be saying, I need some time away from all the jibber jabber, all the chit chat, and all the bozos that come up on me each and every day, right? And that's okay. If you're going through some level of healing, let's just make sure that time's productive. Taurus, I see it being really good. And if you are in a bit of a dogfight, don't be afraid to change the rules or to show them a thing or two that, you know, they might just be so closed off that it would, you know, they're not going to get any leverage on you one way or the other, right? Okay, let's move on through to Capricorn. And in Capricorn, we have beautiful comment from Bernadette. Bernadette is one of my OG original subscribers from when I first started. And her comment was just for wishing me well and the entire collective well. She is an original Angel subscriber, and I'm so happy when I hear from Bernadette, because I'm always reminded that when I hear from Bernadette that, like, everybody and everything that is progressing right now is all for the greater good. It's all for that purpose of, like, bringing us to that place of peace, harmony, and bliss in our minds, so that, you know, nothing 3D or none of the mundane stuff and happenings can get the best of us, right? Bernadette is a survivor, so I'm really lucky to have her, and I'm thankful to hear for her. So therefore, she's the top runner in Capricorn to receive the deck. Now, if you hear your name and your finalist and in these comments, I want you to write to me again on this video. Please let me know that you're there, that you heard the message, and we can narrow this field even further as we move through July, okay? It's going to be another couple weeks before the giveaway is decided, but I definitely want to hear from the finalists to narrow this field even further. Okay, all right. And with that message there, excuse me, I am so sorry, a Capricorn and Bernadette. She's dealing with card number 45 here, a sad embrace. So whatever this is for you, Bernadette, if you find yourself at any time just wondering, you know, if that lover's coming back, or where can you go from here, or is the effort and the energy that it really takes to go out there in the world and then eventually have to put up with somebody even worth it to begin with. You may come to a point where sometimes it's very tough to accept that when we look out for number one, we have to make sure that we always do that we always never give our power truly fully away, because we don't want anyone to take too many pieces of our hearts. If we live through pain, we live through suffering, sometimes we do have to do that letting go by coming into a sad embrace with ourselves, right? This doesn't have like really dark energy to it. It's just saying that there could be some sorrow going on over there in that sign, just as we're about to enter onto the full moon in Capricorn. Some of you could find yourselves just very reflective, and if the sort of that new moon in Cancer and the emotion is carrying through for you guys, don't be afraid to express it. All right, Capricorn, don't be afraid to express that. All right. I hope these are just kind of fun, right? We're just hanging out. Just come in, sit down for a little while. You can watermark the signs of the comments for your friends, but just wanted to let kind of have some fun with you guys in between the Julys and your mid-Julys, right? Okay, let's go on here. We've got Virgo, and from Virgo, Brianne Love wrote in, and she was saying that everyone's story is equally unique. And I really resonated with that, because that to me is not just a relative truth. That's one of those truths that permeates through a relative. It's very objective. It's very final, because it contains that word unique, right? Which is endemic to all of us. So that was super beautiful and wise for Brianne Love to comment that and put that out there into the ether, out into the internet, right? It's very, when you read and stumble upon something like that, you're reminded that we can all come back to a place of wholeness in ourselves, because as a part of that collective, we are so unique. Okay. Now, Brianne Love, card number 28, card of movement. There's a big old ostrich on there, knowing that there's a worlds within worlds, right? Like your unique story may have had a glimpse in time of somebody else's unique story, and you may have been a part of each other's unique story, right? Which kind of keeps us all together, but we've been looking at it from off in this distance, right? How aware are we that the world we're living in is just a minute speck to somebody who's living in a universe just maybe one wall away, or one street away, and it's just like, wow, they can seem all so overwhelming at times. But be proud of yourself. Stand in your power. Know your self-worth with this movement card, and keep moving on. Don't let anybody, ain't anybody gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving, right? But you didn't come here to sing. Just chill out, and we're gonna look here as we move into the fire signs. We got Aries. And from Aries, Boo D, B-O-O space D, Boo D. I love saying it, Booty. She was the only Aries to comment. He or she was the only Aries to comment on the video. They must all be out doing stuff. And that's okay. Booty, just for being the only one that commented on the video, you're automatically a finalist to receive this Tarot of the Elves tarot deck. It's just going to be a mail out. Once I decide the winner, I'm just going to contact you in a message, and we'll get it sorted out so we can get that mailed out to you. I opened it once, and I looked through the cards, and based on the amount of room I had left on the shelf and what was going on and everything, in the time that I've held on to this, I've only had the actual cards out of the box once. But it's kind of like my clothes. If I don't wear it in a year, it is meant for somebody else. It's must just like not meant for me, okay? So Booty and Aries, let's see what's going on for your Enchanted Compass card. We got number 11th, Balancing Act, okay? So this could be people that are really kind of, some people I feel just, maybe you're just kind of in that two lives, or that superhero and alter ego mode. You may find yourself, or somebody that you care about around you, that is kind of in that. There's a bit of a paradox occurring, perhaps, when it's like, okay, you get into a certain frame of mind or a certain jovial state so that, you can put up with the 9-to-5ers, and, you kind of shrug it all off and laugh it all off. But maybe you're carrying some things with you when you get home in the evening, and it's just like, you kind of have to want to watch it, things that happen at home, stay at home, and things that happen at work, stay at work, and things that happen in Vegas, stay at Vegas, right, Aries? I know you know what we're talking about. So we'll put that card there, and we'll move on into Leo. And from Leo, we had a Patricia Hayes commenting on, because they had a Three of Swords up in their reading, and she commented how the Three of Swords for her involved a situation with an ex-wife. So and that was a great read on that card, and that reading in general was really tough for me. The read that I'm talking about is like her comment, because she wrote quite a bit, and I love it when people share their stories in depth and in detail, because it creates that community feeling. What we talked about, like everybody's story is unique, but how are we bound together by being able to relate or being empathic, right? Like that other viewer was just saying, like we all of us are there. You know, if you come up against somebody that he just doesn't want to relate, doesn't want to have any empathy, or can't understand anything, especially to the people that are meant to be close to them, then it's time to maybe turn tail and head the other direction. Okay, so Patricia, for you guys there, and that was the Leo reading. That was a hard reading. That was a really difficult reading. Your guys' compass is magic prayer. Okay, if you've been dealing with a little heartache, if you've been dealing with a little bit of people kind of coming or getting you on edge at present time, and you just don't know what to do with that person, maybe just leave that person be. Maybe just like kind of turn your head to your angels and your spirit guides and say, I'm just going to leave it. I don't know what to do with this universe. You put this here. We're supposed to be co-creating with it. I want you to know that I'm still aware of it. I'm just saying it back to you for minutes, and asking for a little bit of guidance, a little bit of a magic prayer on that, a little bit of like, okay, I know we're supposed to do something with this here. I know this is meant to show us something, but a little help, please, right? A little bit of a clue, so to speak, right? And that's always good to ask that, all right? Let's move up to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, Leah Love, you are in the running for Tarot of the Elves tarot deck, okay? Because she reminds us that self-respect is a cornerstone when we find ourselves starting over. And I resonate with that, because the beauty in that message, the structure and the foundation in that was so strong, because those are the times where I feel like we need that grounding. We need that self-respect, because sometimes it wasn't through a breakup or something where it wasn't somebody's intention to really like maybe feel us defeated or demoralized, or having to reevaluate our self-worth again, right? Because something didn't go right, and it might not have been that other person's intention, whoever like did the breaking up, right? So when we do have to start over, when we're given a piece of our heart, or we feel like it's a piece of our heart's been taken away, and we're ready to say, okay, I've learned, I know what I'm doing, we're going to establish this new thing. We don't ever want to go into it with the mindset of just like jumping into the next bad situation, right? And a lot of times we can avoid that through those proper self-esteem and self-respects, okay? All right, air signs, finally it's your guys' turn. Up from Libra, I got another tough name here, but it was Ali Kayev. Anyways, she is from Libra, and she did an excellent job of reminding me of my vocabulary. She's like kind of one of those people that goes through the newspaper and sees where the editor missed something, right? And then she did that for one of my readings when I couldn't think of a term for the fly-by-night organizations. I was talking about somebody like getting scammed or shammed or pyramid schemes or something. I couldn't think of the fly-by-night, right? And it was so funny. I went back and checked it out. Even though I let go of the readings, I went back and checked it out after seeing the comment. And I struggled so much. And there she was. She knew what I was talking about. She inserted the right phrase there. And just for connecting on that level, Ali, I really want to thank you and put you in the running for this deck here. And coming from Libra, let's just have a look and see what's going on. Top number of views on that. Again, I want to thank all Libras for their support. You guys have been overwhelming. I really appreciate. I feel like my readings are balanced and fair in terms of where they are at when you guys are there, right? Because I don't hold back. I don't sugarcoat, and I don't really dwell on the negative either. We just kind of tend to always be moving on. We're that homeward trucking and bound kind of tarot station here. Okay, so you as well, Libra, have pulled the stuck in the mud card. So you may be feeling that energies, like, any kind of struggle at present time is going to actually get you in a little bit deeper. And that's very true with where all the energies are with the full moon and the Pluto thing and the astrologers. Like, they're not wrong. I'm not a big astrologer, but you know what? I want to tell you guys, when it comes down to that science and those certain things sort of dominating the collective energies, those guys know where it's at. They know it's not wrong, right? Tarot is very fluid in my opinion. It's like there's a lot more structure to astrology, but when it hits hard. It's like somebody like hitting you with a little bit of string cheese versus a 2x4. The astrologers, when that stuff happens, is certain things in the collective that we just find ourselves not being able to escape. I feel that is sort of how that really relates for Libra, because you will always look to that silver lining. You will always be able to see sort of whatever kind of snake is behind the silver sheen too, right? It's kind of like you look at these things from these sides, and you may just be deciding like being reactive at this time is not favorable for you, Libra, okay? Not for many signs, I don't think, but Libra, if somebody was just viewing that and needed that, that's great. Okay, 2 more to get through, guys. Bear with me. We're lucky we're just doing viewer mail today. We're not doing a top 10 list. We're not doing stupid human tricks. We're not doing funny. I miss Letterman so much, you guys. You would have no idea. Okay, now from the sign of Aquarius, we have Miss Glamour Cat. And I think in that video, I might have told the viewers in Aquarius to like go and start yelling and shouting at trees and rocks to like get out of their frustration. And thank goodness that Miss Glamour Cat came and commented and told people like, don't actually do that. Like they'll lock you up faster than I can't even think of an analogy for how fast that'll be, right? So don't go do that. It was just sort of like, well, if you need to go do it, make sure you're well out of town, right? And not on anybody's property, because that tree could be sacred, that rock could be sacred to maybe an Aboriginal culture. So it was really like kind of faux pas of me to say go and yell at the trees and the rocks, but I meant it in like you need to collaborate aggressively with nature. Maybe that's what was coming out. I didn't go back and check that out, but some Miss Glamour Cat, if it was there, I believe that I might have said it because I have no control what's coming through sometime. All right, so for doing that, I want to put you in the running for this beautiful tarot deck as well. All right, and let's not forget to pull a card for Aquarius, right? 3 fell out. We're going to stick them back in because we're playing with the Oracle deck here now. We just do things at the round table the way we want. We're kind of like, this is the more abstract side of this channel, okay? I'm trying my best to be myself, like when I'm not like just intuiting like through the tarot, like that's like a different frame of mind for me. And so I'm just trying to be a little bit more relaxed and be myself, which is kind of tricky for me for some reason, but I do enjoy doing these videos, and I'm so glad you guys are receiving them, right? Even when the news isn't good. Aquarius, what kind of like sort of mental things are we dealing with right now? What sort of issues do we got going on that we need to sort of face, right? When I see goblins, it's like these are the things like we might just be like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or we like, oh, maybe I can just outrun it, maybe I can just try and put it to bed, maybe I can just try and fight it off a little bit longer. But like until you fully get in there with some of these and they could be like past conditioned things, some of these things that are occurring that are like, you might feel that the timeline isn't even right for some of this stuff that's about to occur or that has been occurring around this new moon. Is just saying stand and face it, right? That's all this card is about. Goblins is very like Lord of the Rings-ish, like, we're going to run away with Merlin and go drop the ring in the mountain, right? We're not going to do that. We're going to see what it is that gets us down, what gets us bummed out, what gets us feeling at a disadvantageous point, so that when we face that, then it no longer has the potential to surface again and again and again on these subtle things that may do that, okay? We're not going to get it. Man, I felt like I could talk for a long time on that, but like I said, we're just hanging out. You guys, it's almost time to go. We got one left to get through, and I really want to thank you guys. Oh, and I have a special message for Taurus, too. Before we go, don't let me forget. I got a special message for Taurus. All right, Gemini. See, that's why I'm not making you read my writing. It's just a bunch of chicken scratch. From Gemini, we had Sherry Ridley. And she is so awesome for stating that we are all very blessed to be alive and learning through her comment. That is what I gleaned out of it. That is how I resonated with her comment, that we are all super lucky to be alive. And I think she even just stated it. I think I could even put quotations around that one, because it is. Whatever trouble, whatever we're being serious about, whatever we can't let go of in order to raise our vibration, to find the sing, dance, and be happy and the laughter side of things, whatever is preventing us from doing that, we have to sort of look at it and say, well, on my top 10 things of what I'm lucky to have in my life, does this problem even come into the top 10? Because, like, what? I can breathe, I've got fresh air, I can see, I can feel, I still got all my arms and legs and fingers and toes. Wow, we've already ripped through 5 blessings that maybe we haven't looked at in a very long time, right? And it's just like this thing way out here, in left field Saturn, or, the crystal blue ocean, that is just like we all, it's almost like we have to travel a mile in our mind to get to this problem and then try and solve it. It's like, why do we even return here? Why is our heart bringing us back to that, right? When we're so lucky to be in our power, to be thankful for that which, breathes us and wakes us up each and every day, each and every morning. And I want you all to live to the every day to the fullest, right? You guys are such awesome, intelligent, smart subscribers, and we may be just a small little tarot community. And for those of you that that watch TL and know that I come in there on a Sunday night, like that's it's awesome to see like the people that are kind of going through their ascension process and they are truly awakening, get tarot messages on this level where it's not just like somebody flipping cards and we're always talking about looking out for like, lawyer, divorce, or, those kinds of things. It's like, yeah, we know all this crap. Like we deal with all this crap every day. I need something for my etheric ears. I need something for my etheric senses to really get me bumping and going. So when you guys set your intention at the start of those readings, that's where it really hits home, because somebody's like thinking about, maybe their celestial home, or maybe just like a soul family member from lifetimes ago. They're not just thinking about Betty or Jimmy or Susie down the street, right? That kind of thing. So I don't think this is particularly a message right here for Sherry, but this is something that Sherry already probably intuitively like set the wheel of the cog in motion through this comment, through this cut of the cards to rock bottom. So for anyone out there seeing this right now, where it's like maybe you've been going to tarot channels and for private readings, and they tell you something you don't like, or they might be giving you any kind of false hope, and sometimes you're going to want to, just like goblins there in Aquarius, you're going to want to face your ascension process. You're going to want to face that part of you that is asking you to be more than what you do or what you thought you stood for, right? There's more to be attained or go through yet at this, because if not, we could be presented with certain rock bottom situations where when it comes to sales at the Dollarama, I love rock bottom prices. But other than rock bottom prices, there isn't really much we can do with this situation except ascend, except to change the way we think, to change who we are, to sort of ignite that fire of transformation deep inside your belly, right, or wherever it comes from. And, I got so caught up, I didn't even light the incense or the candles today, but hopefully the lighting was good, and I wanted to thank you guys. I got a lot of candle wax, and I was really emotional during a Cancer new moon, and I'm not too revealing over where all of my planets are and stuff like that, and I'm just like kind of trying to be more relaxed behind the camera and do some certain cool stuff with you guys. And I want to thank you for being all original subscribers. I'm here for fun. I really don't do I don't do readings all day for people to make money. I'm a hardcore blue collar guy that just goes out and gets it done. And I love tarot just whenever I have time for it, right? So this is my way of giving back. So I am on Instagram and Facebook and Patreon if you would like. But yeah, just sharing this with you is my main motivation to be here. And for the original subscribers, I want to start doing these roundtable videos. Please leave a comment to let me know what you think. You can get to know me a little bit better, kind of the source of where you're coming from. It's going to be a while before I'm comfortable enough to show my face during the readings, but just for now, I just wanted to sort of bring myself a little bit closer to you, so that when you're receiving this stuff, you kind of like, there's always that relationship that's formed, even though this is very abstract, this is very etheric. The internet reaches billions of people, and I'm just like the little guy going around in circles over here in this corner of the world, right? And somebody over here 2 streets over, they're doing that, right? So I could blather on forever. Most of you guys know that. If you're a new viewer that just stumbled in here by accident, that's okay. Check out the readings. Share them with your friends, and do whatever you want to do, right? I just want to say thank you. And if you heard your name here again today, make sure that you comment in on this video for your chance to even have the field narrowed a little bit more, right, for this giveaway to help me decide, sort of thing. This isn't a contest, but this is like you guys helping me decide who to give this tarot deck to. Okay, and I will also take one comment from this video that maybe wasn't already in like the 13th soldier, right? The one person that comments on this video that I haven't heard from already, I will also enter your name in for this giveaway on this beautiful tarot deck. That was Mark McElroy and David Corsi. I'm a butcher of names. You guys know I'm sorry. All right. Much love to all of you, and we'll see you all next time.